Welcome back, and we are on Module 3. So what have we covered so far? We've covered the beginning, what you do when you first show up to work and how you get ready for your job. The next one we covered is greeting and why to greet, how to greet, what the purpose of greeting is, and the proper way to do that. If you haven't seen those two modules, go back and watch those because it's very important. These build on each other, and it's very important that you watch each one so that when you get to the next step, you may hit something that we had talked about previously, you might miss it. So go back, watch those if you haven't already seen those. So what are we on today? And today we are covering probing. Probing, the art of finding out exactly what it is that your customer needs. So no sales professional ever starts showing merchandise before they probe to a point that they can picture in their mind exactly what that customer is looking for. Now what we've done is we've greeted them and we've gone through the whole schmoozing thing where we talk to them and we break down resistance, and we've successfully done that, okay? And once we have successfully broken down the resistance, we do our transition, and our transition is what brings you into the store today. But before we say that what brings you into the store today, we find out one of the most important things you can find out about your customer, and that's their name. Everybody loves to hear their own name. People love to be recognized. People love it when you call them by name when you see them. It makes them feel important. And you want your customer to feel important. You know why? Because your customer is important. If it wasn't for your customer, you wouldn't be here. So keep in mind that they are the most important thing when it comes to your job. Your customer is number one. If your customer is not number one, let's go back, let's regroup and figure out why you think that, because your customer is number one. Okay, so what you do is you say, you're getting ready for your transition, and you say, oh, by the way, my name's Chris. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to respond with their name. Remember that name. Come up with whatever system you need to. I know people are bad with names. That's notoriously what everybody is bad with. There are a few people out there that are really good with names. Most people aren't. So you have to come up with a system of how you're going to remember this person's name. And how did they introduce themselves to you? Hi, I'm Mrs. Jones. That's her name. Her name is Mrs. Jones. That's what you're going to call her, Mrs. Jones. Even if you said, my name's Chris, and she said, I'm Mrs. Jones. She's formal. She wants to be addressed by her last name. She says, my name's Tammy Jones. I'm still going to call her Mrs. Jones until she tells me to do otherwise. Or she says, hi, I'm Tammy, and I'm going to call her Tammy. Okay, so you've schmoozed, you've broken down resistance, and you're about to ask them what brought them in the store today, but you pause and you say, oh, by the way, I'm Chris. Hi, I'm Mrs. Jones. Welcome to the store, Mrs. Jones. What brings you into the store today? And she's going to tell you what the occasion is, what the reason is that she's in your store. And let's go with her husband's birthday is coming up. So you've said, welcome to the store. What brings you in today? She says, it's my husband's birthday. Fabulous. Now, you can go one of two routes. One's the right way, one's the wrong way. And that is, it's his birthday today. She says, it's his birthday today. And you say, well, what were you thinking about getting him? I'm thinking about a chain. Oh, great. A gold chain or a silver chain? A gold chain. What size neck does he have? He wears a 16-inch collar. Were you thinking about a rope? Were you thinking about a box? Were you thinking about Okay, stop. You're not respecting your customer at this point. So let's back up. So what brings you into the store today? I'm looking for something for my husband's birthday. Oh, your husband's birthday. Well, that's fabulous. When is his birthday? If it's a woman, she's going to tell you it's in a few days, it's in a week, it's in 2 weeks. If it's a guy that you're dealing with, it's today, because all of us guys wait until the last minute to do it. So if it's a guy and he says it's today, wow, he waited to the last minute. Let's see what we can find for you. If it's a lady and she says it's a week from now, say, oh wow, that's coming up fast. A sense of urgency to the purchase. And it is coming up fast because we all know time flies. So, but you're also recognizing the statement that she has made by responding to her statement, letting her know she's being heard. It's important that customers know they're being heard, that you're listening to them so that you know what they need. So it's your husband's birthday. When's your husband's birthday? Oh, it's next week. Oh, wow, that's coming up fast. Mind me asking, which birthday is it? Oh, it's his 50th birthday. 50, that's a big one. For me, anything that ends in a 0 and 5, whether it's birthday or an anniversary, is big. Those are the milestone occasions, in my opinion. And so, oh wow, he's turning 50. That's big. Wow. Are you doing anything? You got big plans for his 50th birthday? And then she proceeds to tell you about a surprise party she's going to throw for him, or they're going to go to Aruba because that, whatever the case may be. She's going to tell you this story if there's a story to tell. If she tells you the story, you got to lock it away. You got to remember those details because that's going to come at the end of this when we get into clienteling. You're going to have to remember those things because that's important whenever you're clienteling with a customer. So she's going to throw him a surprise party. Oh, great. Well, did you have something in mind that you wanted to get him? Now notice, I asked an open-ended question. I didn't ask a multiple choice question. Did you want to give him a chain or did you want to give him a ring or a bracelet? No, you're not going to give multiple choice questions. You're going to give an open-ended question so that they can just expound on it all they want. So did you have something in mind that you were looking for him? Well, yeah, I was thinking about getting him a necklace. Oh, okay, great. Does he have any other necklaces? No, he doesn't have any, but he would wear a necklace. Yeah, he'd wear a necklace. Okay, well, great. Do you know what metal you wanted in? Well, I want it in gold. Oh, well, great. You want yellow gold or white gold? Now that is a multiple choice, but there's very limited options here. So you can do that whenever the options are so limited. There's really no choices. Yellow gold, white gold. When you're talking about gold, rose gold, the guy's not going to wear rose gold for the most part. Yellow gold or white gold? He's a yellow gold kind of guy. Okay, so yellow gold matches watch or anything else he may have. Yeah, see, you're responding, you're supporting their answer to you, letting them know that you heard it, reinforcing in your mind that you heard it properly as well. Okay, well, you said he had a 16.5-inch collar, so 18 is as short as you can go. How long do you think you want it to be? Oh, well, I was thinking more like a 20-inch. Okay, great, 20. Do you have a style in mind? Well, no, I just want to kind of see what you have. Okay, well, let's go look at our chains. Now you're at a point in probing that you can actually start to show some things. So you take them over to where your chains are, and then before you even open the case up, and you do want to get the case open and something in their hand. But even before you do that, well, here are our chains, and we've got our ropes, and we've got our box chains, and we've got our Byzantines, and we've got, and you go through and you list all of them out, your cable chains, your anchor chains, your Gucci's. And as you're saying this, you're sliding the door open. You're starting to gain access to it. And she says, well, I kind of like that rope. Let me take a look at that. Pull out the 20-inch rope, and you hand it to them. Okay, so that's probing. Our next section is going to be in selling it, which is the features, advantage, benefits, and the affirmation or the agreement that you get. So we're going to get that in the next module, and module 4 will be the FABA. And we'll talk about that in depth because you're going to build value in the piece that you're going to sell. You're going to demonstrate the value of the piece that you're selling to them, whatever it is. I'm using jewelry as an example because that's what we do, but you can apply this to any industry. So let's go back and review. So you're going to do probing. You've done all your steps up to that. You've introduced yourself. You've gotten Mrs. Jones's name. You've remembered Mrs. Jones's name. You've asked her what brought her into the store today. She's told you it's for her husband's birthday. And then you've gone through a series of probing questions, narrowing down what you're going to show her because she has a specific need. She may have come in the store specifically thinking she wanted a rope chain for her husband, but she didn't share that with you to start with, and you've had to get that information through probing. She may have come in and had no clue what she wanted to get in the first place, but your probing questions has helped her narrow down her selection to what she wanted to get. And that's probing. You have to practice probing. You have to practice it every single day, and you have to make sure that you ask questions and you listen. You have to make sure that you listen more than you speak. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, and you should listen twice as much at least as you speak. If you can get a customer talking and you can just stand there listening intently and gleaning all the information you can from what they're saying to you, you're ahead of the game. You're closer to meeting that customer's needs. And that is what probing is. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video, which we will cover feature, advantage, benefit, and agreement.